Hello everybody, how you doing? I'm just Tell It Like It Is. Yep, I'm up here enjoying the beautiful water. Water is my favorite element, y'all. I love water because it brings me such peace and I feel such connected to water. The nature of water is just awesome. Okay, yes, so it's really breezy. I'm gonna let you all see how it looks. That's how it looks. It's breezy and it's cool. It's cool, believe it or not. It's a little nippy, you know. But it's pretty. It's very pretty. And I'm seeing this beautiful tree, you all, because I love nature. I see this beautiful tree. And no, trees are living. So I gotta hug the tree, y'all. Gotta hug the tree. Hello, tree. Because I'm connected to nature. We all are connected to nature. And trees are living, okay? Yes. So let me walk. I'm trying to get somewhere I can sit down and talk to you all. Which I love talking to you all. I love doing YouTube, you all. And for me, YouTube it's a hobby. You know, it's like anybody who would love to shop, or anybody who love to go out and get a drink, or someone who would like to go to the club, or you know, whatever you like doing. We all got things that we like doing. Some people like listening to music. With me, I love doing YouTube. It's a way to express many things, you know. And I recently had a lady, she asked me, she said, I watch your channel, and she said, I like it. She said, but I noticed you talk about multiple things, you know. And she said, most content creators, they talk about one topic. And she said, even though I love your channel, she said, I don't understand why you talk about so many things on one channel. And I had to give her an analogy, y'all. This is the analogy I gave her. I said to her, I said, it's just like if you're having sex. And every time you have sex, you're doing that same old position, one position. You're laying on your back and someone's laying on top of you. And just think about every time you decide to have sex, you're in that same old boring position. Well, that's how I look at it with my channel. Like, it would be like the same old one boring topic, you know. And so because I see it that way, and because I am such a spontaneous person, I can't just talk about one thing, y'all. That is just not my personality, my character. I'm spontaneous. So because I'm spontaneous, I have to talk about many different things and many different facets of my life, and hope that there are some people out there that can relate to it, because my channel is all about people and giving something that someone can relate to, okay? Whether it's in my exercising, whether it's in my cooking, whether it's in my dancing, whether it's in talking spiritual talk, whether it's motivational speaking, whether it's talking about narcissistic abuse. You know, my channel is a channel that I want strongly to be able for people to relate in many different facets of life, because life in itself is not just one thing. Life is about many different things. Life is broad, you know. And I do understand, you know, that a lot of content creators talk about one thing, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know. And most of the time they tell you, you know, I've heard many people say, well, if you want a successful YouTube channel, you should just talk about one thing. Okay, but I can't do that. I mean, that's just not me, y'all. So I just have to be me, okay? I mean, if that makes me different, then oh well, I'm different, okay? I've always been different. I've never fit in, okay? So, like, why try fitting in now, right? So, you know, today I'm going to talk about a broken heart, okay? And I'm just going to encourage someone out there, because there's somebody out there that's going through a broken heart. And you may feel like you are never, ever going to heal, because whatever has happened to you is fresh, you know, and you are just taken with grief and shock and anger and sadness. You got all these emotions coming at you at one time, because you may have been in love with somebody who wasn't in love with you. And to take it even further, with someone who was toxic and wasn't even good for you. And a lot of times, I found myself in that same situation that somebody out there may be in. I've loved certain exes that were toxic, were not good for me. And I remember one time with one of the exes, I had been with him for the longest, you all. He used to always tell me through the years, he used to always give me this little riddle. He said, you haven't figured it out yet? You really haven't figured it out yet? And I'm like, figure out what? He said, you don't see it, but you will. And then after so many years and going through the ups and downs, going through the good times where he would build me up, he would love bomb the hell out of me, and then he would turn around and tear me down because he was a narcissist. After so many years, when everything was finally done with, when he finally just ghosted me and it was all over, then it clicked to me what he was saying. It clicked to me what he was saying. And I'm like, oh no, so they don't want it. Okay. I know what he was saying now. He was trying to tell me, you don't really see who I am? You still don't get it? You don't see that I'm an impersonator? You don't see that I really don't love you? You don't see that I'm full of BS? You don't see it? You don't see that all of this are just a game or just a charade? You can't see it. And you all, I saw it, but then I closed my eyes to it. It wasn't that I was not intelligent, because I was very intelligent. I knew he was toxic. And I had people telling me, you should leave him. And there were times I had said in my mind, I'm going to walk away because I'm tired. I'm tired of the ups and downs. I'm tired of the dinners and feeling all good on top of the world. And then the next thing, you know, I'm being called out of my name. I'm being dogged out. I'm being cheated on. I'm being ridiculed. I kept telling myself, I have to leave. But it wasn't easy. And why wasn't it easy? It was because of the soul tie, y'all. That soul tie. When he ghosted me, then yes, it was over physically. But it still wasn't over spiritually. And what made it so even worse is after him, I ended up with another narcissist. And this narcissist came in like he cared. And he could tell that I had been through something. So he was like, you can tell me anything. You can confide in me. I'm here for you. I could tell you're a good woman. You know, so I was vulnerable. I was sad. I was depressed. I was distraught. So I began to talk to him, and I began to tell him things and what I went through and how I felt and how this person did me. And he began to act like, I'm there for you. You can lean on me. You don't ever have to worry about that. And I didn't give myself time to heal. And I found myself in yet another relationship with another narcissist. And he was very smooth, you all. He was very, very smooth. And sometimes he would say things like, dang, I deserve an Oscar. Or I need a Grammy. And I would say, why do you say that? And yet again, you all, yet again, when what was in the dark came to the light, he showed his true colors. And I realized once again I was with a narcissist. And it was catastrophic. I cut him off. It's very catastrophic. I cut him off physically, but spiritually, there was still a connection. And what was that connection? It was a soul tie. Then, a third time, you all. I know y'all like, wow, a third time? Yes, a third time. Someone introduced me to this guy. They said he was a really good guy. And I kind of trusted their word, you know. So I began to talk to him, you know, and I began to like him, and he began to like me, and he began to gain my trust. Before I knew it, y'all, I was in a third relationship. And then the horns came out, y'all. And he was a third narcissist. It's a very long story. I can't even tell you all the experiences that I went through because it would take like for a long time. I would have to write a book about it, but I went through some horrific experiences. And then I physically moved on. But spiritually, there was a connection. Why? Because, once again, there was a soul tie. And one day I confided in a woman that is, she's not my biological blood, but she's like blood to me. And she's a very good woman, and she's very spiritual. And I confided in her one day, and I was like, I was in tears. I was in literal tears, and I said to her, why is it so hard for me to stop hurting? Why can't I stop hurting? And this is how she put it. She said, well, number one, you never gave yourself time to heal, okay? And the first person you was with him for the longest, okay? And it's like he made a batter up to hurt you, like a cake batter. This was an analogy she was giving me. And after he made the batter, he gave it to the second person, and they poured the batter into the pan and stuck it in the oven. And then after that, the third person you got involved with took the cake out the oven and put the icing on the cake. And that sums up why it is so hard for you to get over the pain. Because your pain did not just affect you physically or mentally, but it affected you spiritually. And you still got these soul ties connected to you. And I said, oh my God, you are so right. I said, because, you know, I have another spiritual lady I know. And she was telling me some things too. I lost my train of thought. But I hate when that happens, y'all. But anyway, the other spiritual lady I talked to, she told me, she said, you have to cut the cord. You have to cut the cord. And then the first spiritual lady I was talking to, you know, she told me, she says, the reason why you get hurt so much is because you don't love with your mind. You love with your soul. You love with the very essence of the spiritual being that you are. You love to the depths of your soul, and that's why you keep getting hurt. She said, if you was to just love with your mind, your shallow emotions, your desires, or your ideas, she said, then when things don't work out, you wouldn't be so devastated. You wouldn't be so distraught. But no, you love with your heart. You love with your soul, man, the spiritual side of you. And this is why you get hurt every time. And I said, you know, that makes so much sense. She said, yes, this is why you get hurt every time. Because you are loving with your soul and not your mind. And furthermore, she told me, she explained to me that your soul has a mind. Your soul has a mind. And when I thought about it, I'm like, that makes sense. The soul does have a mind. And it's called your soul mind. And think about it, you all. When the Creator created us, He gave us free will. Will to choose good or will to choose evil. We all have free will, what we want to do. So He gave our soul the ability to have a free will to choose from good or evil. So that means the soul has a mind. The soul can think, okay? So this lady, she was telling me, she says, you mess up when you start loving with your soul mind. She said, you need to guard your soul, your heart, and you need to just start loving with your mind. So when someone is revealed to you, it won't hurt you so bad. Because when you love with your mind, that's just like loving with shallow emotions, your shallow desires, and your shallow ideas. See, the mind can change at any time, right? When you think when you love someone with your mind, it can change any time because the mind is a wavery thing. And the mind can be deceitfully, well, that's just soul can be deceitfully wicked. But your mind can always change up on you. Because your mind can just be infatuated. Oh, I love the way he looks. I love the way he smells. Oh, he's so fine. But as soon as he starts, the mind will even tell you, oh, I love him. I'm in love with him. But as soon as he starts acting up, you can cut him off just like that, you all. Or you could cut her off just like that. Why? Because you loved with the mind, and it was just infatuation. It was some shallow emotions, shallow desires, and shallow ideas. There was nothing to it. But when you love from that heart, when you love from that soul, and as this lady put it, she said the soul is the sum of all of your experiences from your past life to the present life you're living now to your life to come. That's how she put it. She said, your soul has all these experiences from your past life, which was your spiritual life, to your present life, which is the life you're living now, to the life to come. And she said that when you love with your soul, every experience that you have from loving someone that was toxic, wasn't good for you, is imprinted on your soul, almost like a database. Every experience, every negative experience is printed down on your soul, which is connected to your unconscious mind, your unconscious soul mind, your subconscious soul mind, and your conscious. So she said, when you have all these negative experiences tied in with all these spiritual negative soul ties. She said that if you don't get cleansed from all of this, then when you leave this physical world, you will take all those experiences with you into the next life. I was like, whoa, what? Oh my gosh, for real? And she was like, yes, you will take all of those experiences with you. And I'm like, oh my God, that is so terrible. I was like, I got to get cleansed. I do not want to take all the gook, all the soul ties, all the bad experiences that I had with all these toxic exes to the afterlife when I leave this world. I have to be cleansed. I got to cut them soul ties. Because I don't want that. And I know y'all don't want that, you know. But I'm explaining to you all why some of y'all hurt so bad and it feels like y'all can't get over this person that you've been with. Because you got those soul ties with them. Them spiritual soul ties. Through many experiences that have been imprinted down on your soul like a database. And it's been imprinted in you so deep spiritually, it's been imprinted on your unconscious soul mind, your subconscious soul mind, and your conscious soul mind. Which is, when you're unconscious, that means you're not even aware of how deep the spiritual soul ties go. You're not even aware. When you're conscious, you know that there is a soul tie there. And the subconscious is when you're not conscious of how deep it is, but you're conscious that you have that soul tie. That's that subconscious in between the conscience, heart, mind, and the unconscious heart, mind. Remember, your heart, which is your soul, has a mind. This is how it was explained to me, and I believe it because my spirit bear witness with it. Okay? So this is why you all that are you going through pain, that's because you have those spiritual connections. And see, I know another thing, I know I've had some spiritual connections or some soul ties because one time I talked about cutting the cord to all my exes, and I'm telling you, they all showed up in a dream one night, back to back, in the same dream. I said, oh, okay, y'all heard me, didn't you? Your spirit heard me, because let me tell you something. Everything that's living has a spirit, okay? But everything don't have a soul, but everything has a spirit, okay? And sometimes, have y'all ever experienced, like, when you're thinking about somebody that was toxic, it didn't work out, and you wonder, why the hell am I thinking about this person? All this person did was cause me pain. That's because a lot of times, that person's spirit is thinking about you, and you're just picking up on it spiritually, because we're spirit beings, y'all. So we can pick up. If you're conscious enough, you can pick up on other people's emotions. You can pick up on other people's energy. You know, like one night, for instance, I was driving, and I could feel one of my exes around me. Like, I couldn't see him, but I could feel his aura. I could feel his energy. And it's almost like I could smell his cologne, you know? I want to say it was weird, but it isn't weird because it's a spiritual thing. Y'all, this man behind me got this big ass dog. And I just, please don't let him walk that dog over. Look at this. My whole video is getting interrupted, but hopefully he will keep him in his, I want to say pit bull, but I don't know if he's a pit bull. I don't know what he is. Oh God, please help me. I hate when people be doing that. I think he's a big old healthy pit bull. My God, y'all, he's not just a pit bull, he's a big old bully. Okay, so let me finish with this video, okay? So a lot of times, you all, this is why you're hurting so much. Damn, that dog is healthy, y'all. This is why you're hurting so much. I'm so sorry, y'all. I have fears of dogs, but I had to get over it, y'all. That's how much I love y'all. I sat here and let this man walk this big old bully pit bull. He's a big bully. I mean, he is all muscles, y'all. I sat there and let that man walk right past me, and I did not flinch. I didn't walk away. I'm like, I'm going to sit here. This is getting too good. See how the devil is? The devil always try to interrupt a good conversation with a distraction. But anyway, let me get back to it. So that's why a lot of times when you've had so many bad traumas, bad experiences, whether it be physical experience, verbal abuse, sexual abuse, people financially abusing you, whatever kind of abuse it may be. That's why even when they are physically gone out of your life, you still go through trauma and turmoil, because all of those experiences have downloaded on your soul through all the experiences. Because your soul, as it was explained to me, is the sum total of all your experiences that you've been in and your previous past spiritual life, to your present life now, to your life to come. It's all those experiences. And you have to be delivered from all the trauma that has affected you. Unconsciously, subconsciously, and consciously. You have to be delivered. Now, my other spiritual friend, she told me about cord cutting, okay? And I'm going to share it with you all, okay? And I really believe this, you know, because I am a spiritual person. My spirit has to resonate with something for me to follow through with it. If my spirit don't resonate with what I've been taught, or then I won't follow through with it. But when this other spiritual lady, not the first spiritual lady, the second spiritual lady told me how to cut the cord, my spirit resonated with that, y'all. My spirit resonated. But then I got a little bit deeper revelation from within my own soul, man. Because, you know, everybody has your spiritual self that will guide you if you allow your spiritual side to guide you. And everybody walks in their own, I want to say some people walk in their own beliefs. I walk in knowing, okay? In knowing, okay? If I pray, I don't hope that the prayer is going to work. I know it's going to work, okay? Because I can't leave any open door for any doubt. Because if I do, then the prayer won't work. You understand? So, kept getting this revelation to go near the water. And I didn't know why, y'all, but now I know. I kept feeling, go towards the water, go to the water. The second lady told me about the cord cutting, okay, which I'm going to share with you all. And I'm going to do it, y'all. I'm going to do it, okay. But I'd like to share it with you all as well, okay. And I'm going to show you what I got. The second lady, she sent me this. This is the cord. And this symbolizes the spiritual connection or the soul ties that I have with all those toxic people or toxic men that I had in my life. Okay? Now, I bought this a long time ago. I had it. I thought it was a beautiful little bowl. Okay? So beautiful. And it even had, I dropped this here. It even had this. And I love it. It's made out of real marble. It's very heavy. Okay. I was led towards the water. The beautiful water that you can see out there. See how beautiful it is? The beautiful rocks. And I was led for a reason. I wasn't told that I had to do this near the water, but I was led that I should do it by the water. Oh, we got some more little dogs. These are some little dogs coming, okay? But I'm not going to be distracted. They're little ankle dogs, so. Okay, so as I am led to come to this water, I asked myself, why was I led to come to the water? And I understand that water is purification. It purifies, okay? So I was shown how. Oh, she got some. Look at the little dogs, y'all. She got some sweet little dogs. But I was shown how to do the cord cutting ritual, and I told you I was led to the water, okay? And the water symbolizes cleansing. Cleansing, okay? So the lady, she told me what to do. Okay, and I'm going to share it with you all. I believe in it. I don't know if you all will, but I'm going to share it with you all. I'm being tested in every which way. Because there is the dog, the bully dog now. He's back with his big old healthy pit bull. Pretty pit bull. Big and healthy. And apparently he's a very sweet pit bull, hopefully. Okay. But anyway, I was told to put all the names, win some win, y'all. So I would do this before I came out here. Put all the names of all the people that I actually slept with. All the names of the people that I actually slept with. Okay? I passed my test. He walked right in front of me with this big old pit bull, y'all. Fat and everything. I am so sorry, but I passed the test, y'all. I did not think. I'm not going to let fear get me. So, okay. She told me to put all the names of everybody I ever slept with. And she told me to fold the paper away from me. Y'all, it's not perfect, but I'm folding this paper away from me with all the names, okay? It's not perfect, y'all. And then I was told to take this cord. I'm not going to actually do this. I'm just showing y'all. And pray, however I pray. And light it on each end. When I light it, y'all, I'll have it in this bowl. Okay? And I'll let it get to the middle. Okay? And then it'll get soft. And it'll separate. Or I'll end up cutting it. Okay? Then I will pray again. And see, y'all got to pray however y'all pray. Everybody prays different, so I can't tell you what to say. Your prayer's got to be your own personal prayer led by your own spirit. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not going to tell you what to say, but I know what I will say. And I will take this, put it down in here, and I will light it up with a lighter and let it burn. As I let it burn all together, y'all, I will take this and I will crush it up really good. Remember, this is gonna be like ashes. Okay? And then I will take this and I will toss it out to the water. And as I'm tossing it out to the water, I will be praying that everything will be severed between me and all my exes, spiritually, mentally, physically, psychologically, financially, everything. And I will know that as I'm praying, that all that negative energy will be washed away. See, water symbolizes cleansing, washing away. And I was led to the water. I wasn't told I had to do it by the water, but I was led here. So I have to do what I'm told to do. Okay? And the reason why, when you put the names of all the toxic people that you slept with, or you don't necessarily have to have soul ties with people you slept with. You can have soul ties because you spiritually connected to someone, you or mentally. You could get soul ties financially. Whatever kind of soul ties it is, remember when you put all the names on the paper, remember to fold the paper. And it was windy, y'all, so I couldn't fold the paper like the way I wanted to. But remember to fold the paper from you. And the reason why you fold it from you, or away from you, is because there are names on this paper. And in those names, there are people with spirits, and their soul is connected to those names that carries bad energy. So you want to fold the paper away from you so that bad energy won't be facing you. It will be facing out there. And so that's what you call spiritual cord cutting. There are people that do it different ways, but that is the way that I was told to do it. And like I said, once I toss the ashes out there and I pray how I pray, everything spiritual will be disconnected. Okay? They will be cut off spiritually from me. Um, Therefore, they will not be coming in my dreams. They will not be trying to spiritually message me through telepathy, because it's all real, y'all. They will not be able to astral project where I'm at, okay? So remember, the spirit world is real, okay? We all came from the spirit world, because we were spiritual beings before we were physical beings. So really, we're spirit and soul beings, y'all, living in this house, this physical house of clay. And we're having an earthly experience, but we're spirit and soul beings having an earthly experience. None of us will ever be perfect, okay? In fact, this is off the subject now. Someone had criticized me in my personal life on one of my videos, my exercising videos. They were like, oh, you trying to be, in fact, it was 4 people that came to me talking about, oh, you trying to be sexy now. Should you be being sexy, like, at your age and all this stuff? And you talk spiritual talk, so how can you talk spiritual and be dressed as sexy? I said, hold up. You know, normally, y'all, I don't care what anybody thinks about me. But when you bring it to me in my face, I'm going to address you. So I had to address this person that said, well, you talk spiritual talk, but then you dress seductive. I said, let me tell you one thing. My flesh is one thing. My soul is totally different from my flesh, okay? I said, never judge a book by its cover, okay? I said, and if you don't have any sin, then you can cast the first stone. But if you have sin, which you do, you can't cast a stone at me. I said, so you better look at the sin that you got before you start casting stones at me, okay? Because I know a little bit of something about all of y'all, and I can embarrass y'all, but I wasn't going to do that, you know. But, yeah, I told them, I can embarrass you, okay? So don't you dare cast no judgment on me, okay? And when I told, because I had to tell one of them, I said, let me tell you something. No one will ever be perfect in the physical. That's where people make mistakes. People try to get so perfect in the physical. You'll never be perfect in this physical, fleshly house of clay, y'all. Because when you pass on, this clay house will go back to the dirt, okay? That's where it will go. It will be your soul that will be judged. Because it says, the soul that sinneth shall surely die. And it don't mean it's going to die a physical death. It just means your soul will just go into darkness, okay? It said nothing about the flesh that sinneth shall surely die. It says your soul. So everybody's trying to get this flesh right. Oh, but it's your soul that you better get right. Not your flesh. It's your soul. Okay? Because it's the soul that will be judged. Not your flesh. So I'm like, I had to tell this lady, I'm like, look, don't look at my flesh. Okay? Because my flesh don't got nothing to do with my soul. And there's only one judge, okay? And you're not it. So don't judge me, okay? Really, don't. Okay? Because you don't know me, okay? And you know, there's so many judgmental people. They always want to judge somebody. And always want to just act like they're just so holier now. And I'm like, you don't go there with me. Please don't go there. And the other lady was like, well, my mama's about your age and she don't dress like that. I said, I'm not your mama. I'm not your mama, baby. I said, and the way your mama dressed and I dress, we're two different people, baby. So don't compare me to your mama, okay? Sometimes you just got to get people straight, y'all. Because there's some real judgmental people in this world that always want to judge folks. And they have problems looking at themselves, okay? Like I told her, I said, don't worry about... I had to tell all 4 people because I'm like, y'all... First of y'all bought 4 people to talk to me, okay? I said, don't worry about the speck in my eye when you got a whole beam in yours, okay? Do not worry about me. Get yourself right, okay? Work out your own soul salvation. Don't try to work mine out for me, baby, and be judgmental, because you cannot judge me. See, now I'm just telling like it is. I just wanted to share that, you know? Like... People, be yourself. Love yourself. Embrace yourself. And say to hell with everybody. Okay? I mean, it's like in this world, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. People are going to judge you. People are going to talk about you. But I used to be a people-pleasing person. But I stopped being a people-pleasing person. Because I realized I was the most miserable person on the face of this earth. Okay? You have to learn to love yourself, okay? And for all those who have been going through all this pain and hurt, know it will pass. For those who have went through pain in your life and you thought you weren't going to get through it and you got through it, look at you now, okay? Look at you now. And for those who are going through it, be encouraged, stay encouraged. I'm going to tell it like it is. I'm going to tell it like this. You're going to be okay. You're going to get through. Yes, you are. Just hold your head up high and love yourself and know you're going to make it. Oh, yes, indeed. You're going to make it. I'm going to tell like it is. Y'all take care. Have a good one. Tulu, I love y'all. And I'm going to give y'all a picture of this beautiful view before I leave. Because I will be back. And y'all take care. I'm just telling like it is.